All right, y'all. I'm reading this from The Great Cosmic Mother. And okay. It says in the biblical Leviticus, these Levite priests introduced the earliest, most punitive and misogynistic laws against women yet written down in those times. They seem consumed with hatred of the goddess and of women, especially the Canaanite and other neighboring matriarchal women who, in sensual joy and freedom, practiced their ancient moon rites. The Levite priesthood were intent on instituting patrilineal property and inheritance rights in the father dominated family based on woman's total submission, social degradation, and spiritual disinheritance. It follows that any sexual, economic, spiritual, or cultural freedom and autonomy in women, their own tribal women, or any women in the neighborhood was seen by the Levite priests as a threat to their new regime. The Levites were themselves an elite class like the Hindu Brahmins, living in luxury and serviced by slaves. So I decided to ask ChatGPT what some of these laws that were so misogynistic and punitive towards women. So it has menstrual impurity. It says Leviticus 15:19-30 deems a woman unclean during menstruation and for 7 days afterward. Anything she touches is unclean. This framed a natural bodily function as defiling. It's very similar to Islam, right? Anyway, childbirth impurity. Leviticus 12 requires a woman to undergo purification after childbirth. Who is some man to tell a woman how to purify her damn body after childbirth? Twice as long for giving birth to a girl. So 60 Oh my God. Everything punishes the girl and the woman. This is crazy. So twice as long for giving birth to a girl, 66 days. You have to go through 66 days of patriarchal purification after childbirth. And then if you give birth to a boy, it's just 33 days. And it's funny because 33 is like such a divine number because the threes. But anyway, this reflects a devaluation of female offsprings. Sexual double standards. Leviticus 20 outlines severe penalties for sexual misconduct, but disproportionately emphasizes women's virginity in sexual behavior. The purity of women was also tied to male honor and, priestly lineage. So, the purity of a woman by patriarchal standards was tied to male honor and priestly lineage, where you're basically energy siphoning from sacred sex from a woman. And then lastly, sacrificial system in women. Women had to make sin offerings for bodily events like menstruation or childbirth. Events not considered sinful but natural, yet treated as polluting. So, bitch, you bleeding every month? You had a child and you bleeding and it's all messy and stuff? Wow. Now you have to make sin offerings. Can you imagine? I want to know what those this is crazy. Do you see how this is literally patriarchal punishment? You're a girl, we're going to punish you. You're a woman, you're bleeding and you're not dead? We're going to punish you, you fucking witch. This is crazy.